Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we'll be testing out the Uoma Beauty Foundation. As you beautiful people know, this is about the product, not the people behind it. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. I think that's how you say that, right? I really have no fucking clue. My apologies if that's incorrect. But how is everyone? I hope you're having a marvelous day today. It is rainy, it is nasty out, it's the perfect day to stay inside and film, and I thought, why not test this beast out? I actually ordered a few different shades of foundation, and I ordered the concealer, but I think I'm gonna do the concealer in a different video. Oh, mother of fuck. I just looked at my monitor and you can't even see it. Y'all would be so proud of me because I'm not just wearing black today. Like, can I get some snaps for the shirt I'm wearing today? I feel so sexual. It's like see-through and mesh. God, I love it. But no, this was made for me by one of my bestest friends in the world. He's a designer and makes fabulous clothes for the gays and gals all around the world. And the straight boys, they gotta look good too. But yes, I'm so proud of him. If you're looking for summer clothes, definitely check him out. I'll link you down below. No, this is not sponsored, but friends support friends, damn it. And speaking of supporting, I actually saw this brand pop up, I think, on Trend Mood. I had never heard of it before, but she said that it's coming to Ulta. And so I did a little creeping and followed the woman behind it. Oh my God, she seems absolutely fucking fabulous. And so I'm hoping some of her fabulousness transferred into the products. But I'm also very confused as to whether or not this is an indie brand because, like, there are 51 shades of this bitch. Even for, like, a multi-billion-dollar company that's been around for ages to come out with over 50 shades, like, that is impressive. And so the fact that a smaller company did that, like, what the fuck? So I could be totally wrong in thinking that this is an indie brand, but either way, it's new to Ulta and I'm down to fuck with it. And I also have to shout out this packaging. Like, it's actually very kind of cute. It's super simplistic, which is refreshing in the makeup world because people always try to outsell each other with the packaging, and then the product inside is total shit. But this to me is like how makeup packaging should be. It's cute, it's bright, it's poppin', it's simple. And like usual, I've not looked up any reviews for this at all, so I don't know what people are saying, and I actually don't even know much about the product itself. But I'm looking on here and it says for medium coverage, use sparsely. For full coverage, use generously. For extreme coverage, apply multiple layers. That excites me. I literally cannot stand up on camera. That's how excited I am. But I did order this straight from Ulta. Let's hop onto their website. This retails for $39 and you get 1 fluid ounce. I feel like that's an okay price, especially if you don't have to use a shit ton of this. Like, then that's a very good deal. My all-time favorite foundation in the entire fucking world is this Dior Backstage foundation, and you get 1.6 ounces, and I think it's about $40. But you do kind of have to use a lot of that to get full coverage. So if this gives full coverage with just a little bit, like, ooh, bitch might have a new favorite. Ooh, gives me tingles. Anyways, 51 shades. Let me go ahead and take a look at the shade range. From just looking at pictures online, it actually does look like a pretty decent shade range. It looks like it goes pretty dark. There's a nice range of medium. I don't know that it goes super light, at least not from pictures. Actually, their shade White Pearl does look pretty light, but I know a lot of companies these days are actually coming out with like pure white, so that kind of makes me curious to see exactly how light it is. I hope somebody like John McClane, who is very, very fair, reviews this. Ooh, I hope Nima reviews it. I wonder if either of them have already. Shit. Either way, I'm ready for this review. Let's go ahead and open this up. I did order 2 different shades, Honey Honey, and where's my other one? Okay, they're both Honey Honey. Oh, this one is T1W and T2C. And I did do a little bit of fake tan yesterday, so I'm hoping these match me still. Ooh, shit, I'm glad I did tan because these do seem to be a little bit deep. Let me see what these look like online because I don't remember them being this dark. Oh, well, fuck me. These actually look exactly like how they do on my computer screen. So I must just think I have deeper skin than I actually do, but this might be perfect. It has a fragrance, but I can't tell what it is. It doesn't smell bad though. It smells refreshing, almost like a lotion mixed with like cucumber maybe. Not at all offensive, but I typically don't like to put things with fragrance on my face. Let me see if T1 might be better. It does look pretty yellow though. I don't know, let's put some right there. Oh, and then T2 right there. Oh, we are gonna go with T2, I think. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. Fuck, I need something to wipe this off with. Oh, just use an old beauty blender. I feel bad for wasting product, but I don't have a primer on and I want to try this with primer. Okay, let's just leave that be and let's look at the description of this. The Ulta website says, this is the most radical foundation ever made. Yes, you heard right. Foundation just got personal. Uoma Beauties say, what? Foundation with a next generation formulation is infused with skincare benefits available in 6 custom formulas to cater to the unique needs of different skin colors, or as we call it, skinkins. This is weightless, long-lasting, adjustable coverage, vibrant, matte yet hydrating, and is infused with biomimicry pigments that thinks like your skin to give that flawless finish and blurred effect. What the fuck? I did not even know that shit was a thing. Anyway, the blurring technology minimizes the look of pores, softens lines, and leaves you with a flawless base. Complexion perfection is finally here. Oh my god. I honestly have not been this excited to test out a foundation in fucking forever. I don't know if this is actually as good as they say, but they did a killer job describing this. What do they mean by 6 different formulas though? That confuses me. Okay, so apparently Black Pearl with a green cap has different shades. They're specifically formulated for dark brown, high melanin skin. That is, what the hell? That's awesome. The most common skin concern is dullness, and most common skin type is oily combination skin. The Black Pearl formulation is created with tomato extract, which is known to brighten dull skin and deliver radiance to skin and protect the skin from pollution and free radicals. I have like a pink cap. Does that mean anything? Well, fuck my titties. I want to know more. Maybe on their website? Oh my god, I love their website. Maybe this isn't an indie brand because they legit look legit. I am so fucking confused right now. Like, what the hell is life? Okay, so it looks like they have Black Pearl, which is what I just read about. They also have Brown Sugar, which is formulated for melanin-rich skin. They have Bronze Venus, which is for rich tan skin. Honey Honey, which is olive skin, and that's what I ordered. Fair Lady for fair skin, and White Pearl for very fair skin. Okay, this bitch is very impressed. Definitely go check out their website. It's umabeauty.com. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop into testing this out. For today's look, I'm gonna use products that I normally use just because I'm used to how they perform, and so if something kind of goes amiss, I know if it's the foundation or I know if it's another product that I'm using. So for primer, I'm going in with my usual No Problem primer, and I was gonna use their concealer in this review as well, but if things start to look weird on my forehead or under my eyes, I don't know if it's the foundation or the concealer. So like I said, we'll keep that one for another day and just test this out today. And I totally forgot to look at the ingredients, but this does have dimethicone in it, so if you have a silicone allergy, stay away from these. But I'm pretty sure this primer is also silicone based, so they should cling together pretty nicely. I don't know about you, but I personally am very, very tired and I look it, so underneath my eyes, I'm just gonna take a very light concealer before we apply the foundation. And that's gonna be the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the shade Natural. God, what the shit is happening with my hair? Motherfucker. It's like a full can of hairspray too. Anyways, I'm gonna go in very sparsely with this. I just want a little bit of coverage for the purple under my eyes. A lot of times for me, even though these foundations say they're full coverage, they don't cover up the purple under my eyes. And I would love to have one look on this channel where there aren't purple rings under there. So we'll just take a tiny bit of that under there, and now we can go in with this foundation. And like usual, I'm gonna take a sponge on this side and use a brush on this side. Oh my god, what the shit just happened? We'll just act like this isn't broken. Did that with my childhood, I can do it with this brush. Ooh, that was dark and deep. It hit deep. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this top off. Oh, well, that's something I've never said to a woman. And I think we'll start with kind of minimal coverage, and so I'm gonna go in with like 1 pump. That doesn't seem like very much, but we can start there. And here we go. Oh shit, this might actually be a little bit too deep for me, but hopefully it's not too bad. Ooh, it smells good. What the hell? That 1 pump actually did do a really fucking good job. Like, no, I'm not yet at the coverage that I'm wanting, but this coverage is perfect for me for like every day because I really like to look natural. Like, I don't care if I still have flaws. When I do looks on here, I do try to glam it up a little bit, but out there in the real world, this would be perfect. And it blended out so fucking effortlessly. Like, it's not the kind of foundation where as you continue to blend it, it kind of separates because you blended it so much. Like, it blended out really nicely. It dried down pretty quickly, but not so fast that I wasn't able to spread it out. Like, I don't even know why I keep patting it. The shit is already dry. But yeah, there we have a side to side with nothing versus the product. I'm fucking impressed so far. What do you think? I probably missed a few spots, but still, I am gonna go in with the second layer. But before I do that, let me take a little bit on a brush just to compare. So there we have the one little squirt. Let's kind of spread it around all over. Ooh, I actually might like the brush side better because I was able to get more out of it. I think both sides look great, but the brush just didn't seem to take up as much of the product, and so I was able to get a little bit fuller coverage with that. Okay, so don't get me wrong, Dior will forever have a top place in my heart, but it might actually be lowered down a notch. It looks so pretty. Like the kind of foundation where it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup, you just look a little bit healthier. I'm gonna go in with the brush again, and I'm just gonna take one more pump and try to build this up on both sides. I really think both the brush and the sponge performed amazingly, so it's kind of down to personal preference. Wow, this looks so good. Like true honesty here, it has been a long time since a foundation has actually made me feel good about my skin. Like I use a shit ton of products for skincare, but even so, I can tell that I'm getting older, and so products just don't perform on me like they used to. And this foundation, unless I'm going blind or something, it makes me look younger, it makes me look healthier, it just gives my skin a beautiful finish, and the coverage is so damn good. Like this is what, 3 pumps? And if I had just used the brush, I probably could have gotten away with just 2 pumps. It's very comfortable on the skin, it doesn't feel like I have anything on, like there's not a heaviness feeling like I've got a mask on. And just because I'm an extra kind of bitch, they did say that you could really slather this on, so I'm just gonna take one more pump. I totally do not need it at all, I'm just really curious. So let's put it there, all the usual spots. Fuck my life, I'm done. This is like the only foundation I'm ever gonna use again, shit. I mean, we will still do a wear time test, I'm gonna wear this stuff for a long ass time today, but it seems like no matter how much I apply, it's not getting cakier, my skin is just looking better and better. Like I've given so much money to brands who came up with products that were just half as good as this, but like twice the price. So this is what we look like. My eyes are pretty well concealed, but I'm gonna take some brightener. This is the Jeffree Star Concealer in the shade C13. I just did a review on this, and I think it looks so beautiful under the eyes, but for me, this is just not a concealer. And then just to even everything out before I add powder, I'm just gonna kind of stipple whatever's left on this brush all over my face. Oh God, this all looks so fucking beautiful. Bitch, I am impressed. And my go-to powder that I use all the time on this channel is my 100% pure bamboo blur powder. I'm gonna press a little bit of that right under my eyes, and then just dust a little tiny bit all over the rest of the face just to really set things into place. I do plan on wearing this for at least 8 hours today, so I really want to give this the best chance possible. And before I go in with any contouring or anything, let's take a look at it. This is what it looks like with powder and all set and some concealer. I think it's beautiful. Like it's even sitting really well on my nose, on my forehead, like everywhere. It blended out marvelously even with my facial hair. A lot of foundations just get caught in it and look super fucking weird, but this looks great, y'all. And my eyes are all primed using this Luscious Cosmetics Angel Eyes. Love this shit. And for today's look, I am gonna keep it simple. I always say that, but end up looking like an 80s porn star, but today I legit am gonna keep it simple. So I'm gonna go in with this Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek and just kind of set that all over the eye from lid to brow. And then over that, from the crease up to the brow, I'm gonna go into White Lies. Just blend that back and forth all over. And I'm gonna take a bit of faux fur on that same brush and place that right on the crease line and gently blend it back and forth. God, I love Makeup Geek. They were actually the first company to ever send me anything. Like Marlena wrote me a nice little handwritten note and sent me a bunch of goodies. Like that has always stuck with me, and that is what I aspire to be with my brand, because encouraging the little people like that gives them motivation to become the bigger people. And with the same brush, I'm gonna lightly dip into Bitten, and I'm just gonna place that right here on the outer corner. Then I'm gonna finish up the outer corner with this random ass plummy wine that I have. I don't even know who it's from, it's just in my collection. But I'm gonna take that right there and just kind of deepen that up a bit. And take a little bit of that plum right here on the lower lash as well. Yeah, that's pretty. I really need to figure out where the fuck I got this from. I'm gonna kind of align the lashes with a little bit of black shadow. And once again, like usual, this is turning into a purple smoky eye. And a little bit of shimmer right there in the inner lid. Shit, that's pretty. A little silver highlight right there. Ooh, God, y'all have no fucking idea how tempted I was to put glitter on here, but no. Keeping it simple. And here we are with the final look. For lips, I ended up using Pat McGrath's Unfaithful and then topped that off with ColourPop's Boy. I really like the way this turned out. It's very easy, very, very simple. I know for some people this is probably like super glam, but for me this is very toned down. Oh God, my hair. Anyways, this foundation looks absolutely beautiful. It looks just as good as when I first applied it. I did take about an hour off camera to finish up my makeup, so I've had this on now for about an hour and a half. I honestly have absolutely no complaints about this whatsoever so far. Like, do we agree? My skin looks fucking fantastic. We'll do one quick little close-up before I do a wear time test. I'm speechless. Which, unless there's a dick in my mouth, that never fucking happens. Like, it's just the perfect combination of being matte with a tiny bit of dewiness, but it doesn't feel heavy like dewy foundations usually do on my skin. I'm not saying this is necessarily a dewy foundation, but it does have a nice glow to it, or at least it's not the kind of matte that looks super matte on your skin. But yeah, here we have it. I know I've said it a million times now, but I am very, very impressed. I'm curious to know how it'll wear. I do have about 8 hours where I can wear this, so let's go ahead and do that. I will see you in just a second. second. And we are back. We just hit the 8.5 hour mark. I am sleepy, my eyes are tired, but my skin isn't. Like, if you've ever worn a thick, full coverage foundation all day, then you probably know what I mean. Like, normally for me, when I want this kind of coverage with foundation, my face just feels so heavy at the end of the day. But honestly, my skin feels fucking fresh. It legit feels like I just washed my face or like I just applied this. And this shit is stuck like glue, like I am rubbing all over my face and nothing is coming off. And I realize now that I totally forgot to spray myself with setting spray. So like this is set in place just from the powder. And bitch, this looks so good. It looks exactly like my skin still. Even in the places that I'm normally a grease pit at the end of the day, like around my nose, on my forehead, just my T-zone in general, it still looks fine. And like I have not touched anything up except for my lipstick. And I did have to reapply this lash, but I mean, other than that, this shit is exactly the same. I mean, I probably could use an oil blotting sheet around my T-zone, but like even so, I've had this on all day, I'm ready to take it off, I don't really need an oil blotting sheet. Like this stuff, even with my oils, it's stuck on there. I cannot believe it. I found a new favorite foundation. Like, I was really hoping this would work, but I did kind of have my doubts because so many things in the makeup world are way overhyped. And then once you get it, you realize that the people who are hyping it up are just a bunch of dirty liars. But this foundation, like, I am honestly tempted to go take out a loan so that I can buy every fucking shade of this and just do everybody's makeup, because I don't know of anybody who this wouldn't work for. Like, even on my fine wrinkles on my forehead, it still looks fine. It still looks good. Like, you can see the wrinkles on my forehead. It didn't pull them back or anything, but I mean, name me a foundation that does. Like, it's not accentuating any fine lines, it's just like a second skin. This foundation even makes my teeth look whiter. This, though, is definitely the kind of foundation that completely changes the game for other companies. Like companies who are charging $90 but only have like 12 shades. This, even though I myself am a tight ass, I would honestly pay $90 for this. Which, coming from me, that is saying a shit ton. I don't even like to spend $20 on a foundation. It did blur my skin. I don't know what the fuck is in this, but it just looked great from the start. I personally don't wear foundation every day. If anything, I just use a little bit of that NYX concealer underneath my eyes, but this is probably something that I would consider wearing every day, maybe just like one or a half a pump. Because even with that first little baby glob that we did on this half of my face, my skin still looked noticeably better. I feel like it's been a long ass time since we've had a really good foundation on this channel, so I am so happy. So, do I think it's worth the price? I really do. Like, a lot of brands are upping the price of their product and making the packaging even smaller, even though you still have to use the same exact amount. But with this, the size is pretty typical for a foundation, but you don't have to use this much. Like with this, though I love this foundation, I would have had to use like a teaspoon of this stuff. Whereas with this, it was just 3 pumps. I mean, I do still love this, but oh my god, my heart is melting for this. And now after using this, I'm so fucking stoked to use their concealer. Like, I hope it's just as good as this. Oh, this gives me a lady boner. And I just did an Instagram live and people were like, oh my god, your skin looks airbrushed. Which I do think a lot of it is the NYX and the Jeffree Star, but everything played together so beautifully. Hell yes, good job. Anyways, there you go. Like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepopflix.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at OfficialNady, and you can follow me online at thepopflix.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye.